Habari ma Africa, Nzuri Guanawe Leo. Ladies and gentlemen, today we are seeing the EFF leadership and their branches get tested at a high level. It's elective conference time, ladies and gentlemen. Just 1 month to go to the National People's Assembly. The EFF found itself having to expel some members, and the race has officially started for the deputy president seat. Some people want Godrich, some people say Ndlozi, but some people have expressed themselves in such a manner that the EFF Student Council had to expel some of its members. It's a sad day indeed. Black consciousness, respect, Ubuntu, where is it? It's out of the window. It's an elective conference, ladies and gentlemen, highly contested, and emotions are going to run high. What can we learn from this? One thing for sure, this is why actionists say parties like Patriotic Alliance, parties like the ATM are avoiding to go to an elective conference, because drama would always creep itself in when people have got preferences of who they want in a certain position. But I want to speak from a point of view of Pan-Africanism. Why is it that we Africans cannot find each other at a time where we need one another more than ever? We prefer that the party must be broken over our preferences. If you don't agree with me, I'm going to shut you up. If you talk something that I don't like, I'm going to show you who I am. And some people simply don't know how to bring their point respectfully across. Let's talk about the young men, Mphahlele, and much more.
Welcome to King Said So, Africa's one land, one language, one currency, one army on King Said So. Africans can unite. Your Pan-Africanist podcast. Enjoy.
Peace in Pan-Africanism to all my African brothers and sisters from all around the world. Welcome back to King Said So. I'm your host, Kagiso Tlongwane Zinjiva Sono, and we're back at it again with another one. And this time we've got drama in the EFF camp. I was not sure how to approach this in terms of the tone I must set for this video. Must it be a rebuking tone? Must it be a neutral tone? Must it be, a challenging tone towards the EFF leadership, or what? I was not sure. So bear with me as my feelings and my emotions will be all around, depending on what specific topic or sentence or subject that I'll be touching on. We have a young man, Mphahlele, who's been expelled from the EFF. Now, this expulsion is not because of his own doing at first. But what I mean is that he did not start this controversy that was happening at X, former known as Twitter. Leaders in the EFF started tweeting first, and then he responded to those tweets, and then eventually challenged the CIC, which was a bad move. We could have taught the young man how to, word his grievances properly. But anyway, what is done, it cannot be undone. But before I continue with my feelings about this whole story, I want us to listen to how the young man expresses himself. He was, I think, in newsroom, and I want him to explain what actually transpired.
And by the way, thanks very much for having us, and I'm glad you are better than the journalist of Face of the Nation. What made me write these words is because of the fact that the NP guidelines came out, and they were very clear to us to say, comrades, go and campaign at branches. Avoid this thing of campaigning on social media. You are going to end up fighting, and that thing is going to make it appear as if they were fighting in the party. Yeah. People are going to use internal divisions of the party and things will be going to media. You'll have media houses using those, again, you'll have GNU media houses using those divisions as if, portraying it as if the party is divided. So let's campaign at branches. Okay, it's fine. We get surprised. The provincial chairperson of Mpumalanga, Komisa Colin Sidibe, pronounces Godrich Gadi. He says Pagama, to say rise. This is rise in politics. And where you rise up. If you're in the standing committee, you must go to the executive. If you're away, you must just go up. Okay, we ask ourselves, what kind of, isn't this violation of NPA guidelines? Komisan Pulilo Godinga post the same man. This one of a member of parliament, Sitolile, post that chap. Yana, he says, hear me out. What must we hear out? It's a campaign mood. Are we saying we must hear that you are on the side of Godrich? Because there are three comrades who are rumored to be standing for deputy president. It's Komisa Vuyani, Komisa Mbuzeni, and Komisa Godrich. So the problem that we had is that the commander-in-chief now is reposting or retweeting all those posts. Right. And we see that thing as an endorsement.
And
we see it as an endorsement.
Okay. All right. And so this is why you decided to go and mention his name in this way on social media. He then responds and says in 3 words, "Try me, boys." That was his response
Absolutely.
To your tweet. What happened from that point on?
I took that response as a manner of saying, hey, now we're being silenced. We're being silenced now. So we have 2 options: to submit to the will of God or to fight. And we're not going to submit. We fought. And with our responses, we said, we're very clear, and we meant every word we said. If there is anyone in this world who thinks they are powerful, they are not. They are lying to themselves. If they think they cannot be touched, they are lying. Some of us are still on our way, and we're going to touch them. We're very young and we're patient with ourselves. Indlela esihambayo. Washu Ndlozi kubalandeli bakhe wathi sohlangana nge-NPA, which translates to say it's a long journey that we're traveling. Boysen said to his followers that we'll meet at the NPA. So that's what I said. Immediately after that, things went absolutely south. I received a love letter from the EFF Students Command.
There is a deja vu type of a moment for me in this whole story. It's taking me back just post 2011, where the likes of the CIC himself was challenging Jacob Zuma. The tone of which he was using, the type of messages he was bringing out in the public, challenging Jacob Zuma, and ended up getting expelled. Now you have young men that are thinking that type of behavior is tolerable. They are copying it. And then in copying it, they get banned. What are we to say about this? What are we to say? Before I read the tweet, the EFF's rules says campaigning must not happen on social media, like the young man said. If these people, you start campaigning on social media, there is no stopping what people are going to say on Twitter. There's absolutely no stopping what people are going to say on Facebook, on Instagram, and YouTube, and TikTok. There is no stopping. And that is why the rules are saying, go and lobby your support in the branches and not on social media, because the mainstream media is going to use what you guys are writing on social media and use it against your party, especially if your party is the MK or the EFF or even the ANC. They will always use it as if it's a point of reference of weakness in the party in terms of the division. So I blame the leaders who started first tweeting about Godrich. You know, they know what they were doing. But because it looks like the favorite person is Godrich, and I will speak about Godrich versus Ndlozi just a little bit later on. Bear with me. They were led allowed to tweet what they tweet and retweet what they tweeted. And even Julius Malema himself retweeting. We know this is equal to campaigning. We are not stupid. We are not stupid. But my young boy, what he did there, in terms of the language of his tweet, it was out of order. It's election time, ladies and gentlemen. Emotions and tempers are going to run high, and those with the maturity are going to be able to pull through, and those who don't have experience, they are simply going to crack. And that is why the MK party have said, youth is up to 30 years old. You will not, a 35-year-old and a 32-year-old, 33, 34-year-old cannot compete with a 21-year-old. They just have too much experience. You understand what I'm saying? So now, as the conference is so highly contested, it's impossible almost to keep it off social media. Look what is happening already in the ANC, and look how far their conference is. Look what is already happening with Panyaza and Fikile Mbalula and Paul Mashatile. It's already in mainstream media. You can't keep it away. So it was expected at one time that this is going to come. Once the tweet started, I was worried. I was watching it day before yesterday. I was like, I'm a fighters, man. They are I was so disappointed to see the leaders of Mpumalanga, members of parliament, tweeting about Godrich. I even forgot about Godrich, to be honest. You slipped my mind. I forgot that he was there. So now I want us to read the tweet of Mphahlele. My boy Flopile da man. My boy Flopile, the tweet is not twittering. It's not twittering. The first tweet that I want to read is this one that says, it reads as follows. The CIC, Julius Malema, is not an MPA super delegate. He must not dare try to impose Godrich as the EFF deputy president. We don't want GG. We want Mbuyiseni, Dr. Mbuyiseni Ndlozi as the branches. Julius and all of his deployees must not dare start a war with branches. War is a very difficult thing. I know. You should have read your tweet. You should have consulted with someone. You should have worded it so properly, because when you are an experienced politician, when you are even a matured man, you can say the same thing with different words. Mfana wami. Hey, you are the one who ilahlile mfana wami. You can't use the words, you must not dare, the CIC must not dare start war. You can't use words like that. You can't use words like that. You can't. No, man. Where is wisdom? When you want to insult another politician, especially if that politician is your leader, you start by praising them. I can't teach you everything, guys. And some of you are in the EFF, you are watching this video. Some of you are in the MK, you are watching this video. This is how you should say things. You start by saying, we as the branches trust in the leadership of the CIC. We have absolutely no doubt that the CIC has got the best interest of the organization at heart. As branches, we would have leaned with Dr. Mbuyiseni Ndlozi as per 1, 2, 3, 4 reasons. But if the CIC or the leadership is leaning towards Godrich, so be it. You have chosen your side. You have told them, like, guys, we see you guys are leaning towards Godrich, but we are leaning towards Ndlozi. But if you guys decide this way, then so be it. Because you are thinking of what the discipline hearing, if they call you, you'll be able to defend this sentence that you said. Understand? And you are not at that level to say, we as the branches, you are not on that level, mfana wami. No, you are not on that level. I'm so disappointed on the young man for saying what he said. Let me see if I can get another tweet that he said. Okay, this is another tweet that he said. Some people think that they are untouchable, but we will show them that they are not. If you ever thought that you are untouchable, just know it is a lie. We are still on our way and we will touch you. Yevana. We are absolutely patient with ourselves. No man must hegemonize the political space. Yeah, no. This one is better because here you did not name everyone or anyone or anything like that. But still, we are emotional. We are emotional. We are emotional. You know, saying when you work with people with big egos like Abu Julius Malema, you don't take them head on. That's why Julius had the audacity, or not audacity, had the power to say, "Try me, boys," because he knows he carries the power to expel you. He's simply going to expel you. And he's within his right to expel you, even though the wrong structure expelled you. You know, the student command can't expel people, but anyway, they expelled you, so you are gone. You are gone. Now let's get into this issue of. I think many of you would agree that the wedding of the young man was not proper, but also the conduct of the CIC for me. Retweeting those Godrich posts and everything was also not proper for me. But this is the animal kingdom. Other animals are more equal than others. You understand what I'm saying? It's the animal kingdom. It's the animal kingdom. So what the CIC wants, the CIC will get. Now, this issue of Dr. Ndlozi as a deputy president, it's a no-no for me. Dr. Ndlozi will be better placed as the national chairperson or the spokesperson. Maybe the secretary also. But I would not even want him there on secretary. I would want him there as a spokesperson. He's fine there. As a deputy president with Julius Malema in the seat of president, it's not going to be a joyride for Ndlozi. If it was Floyd deputed by Ndlozi, yes. In fact, I would say anyone deputed by Ndlozi, it's a yes for me, except for the CIC. It is clear that the CIC feels somehow about Dr. Ndlozi. They might not say it, but it's clear to us who can read body language and who can read between the lines that there's something there. They're going to hurt themselves if they keep Dr. Ndlozi out of the top 6. And I don't know if Julius Malema can really stop the branches from selecting Ndlozi. And Ndlozi, for me, if he's wise, he must decline and not accept to be the deputy president of the Julius Malema. For me, I would not want to be a deputy president. Julius Malema is a good leader, but not paired with Dr. Ndlozi. I don't know if you agree or not on the comment section there. So you push Ndlozi out, you're gonna push some members of, and I think the EFF has got this attitude that those who go must go. No, politics is a numbers game. You don't want to lose one vote because that vote goes with 4 members of their family and 3 friends. There's a lot of votes that you are losing if I don't vote for the EFF. I tell my wife not to vote for the EFF. I lobby my wife in the house to vote for the MK. My wife lobbies the sister. I lobby my brother, my 2 brothers and my sister. Do you understand? My family, we might end up all of us voting MK because you guys chased me out of the MK or mistreated me in the EFF. You understand what I'm saying? So it's not a good look for the CIC. He was already he has already taken a stance of Godrich, of which I think is a mistake that he did there. Godrich as a deputy president, do I have a problem with him? There are people that are more deserving. I would have loved Umphile Mauto to be the deputy president, to be honest with you guys. But I think they're gonna keep her the Treasury General because she knows just too much about the money of the EFF. So I think they're gonna keep Umphile there as the Treasury General. But I would have loved her to be there. If even Vuyane Tambo, why not? Why not? Why not? I would see him as deputy president. Why not? Why not? I don't see a problem there. The student command to expel the young man, it was clearly under instructions and they had to do what they had to do. And who knows? Julius Malema is running this whole thing, guys. Here's what I would say. It's either you love how the man runs the party, because if the man is his own enemy, Julius I'm talking about, and he's shooting himself in the foot, let it be. Let the death of the EFF be because of him, not because of you. This is, like I said in the beginning of the video, this is why other parties, especially the MK, have said no conference. There is no stopping this drama in a conference. Once the branches are established, there is no stopping people lobbying and campaigning for a specific person. Because that's why you have heard many times people say politics is not an African thing. Political structures and election and whatever, it's not how we Africans do things actually, the way we used to do things. We knew the hierarchy of our community properly and it was never challenged. Can't challenge Abu Shaka Zulu when now you want to be the Zulu king. No, there is a Zulu king. There is a Zulu king. Mrs. Zulu is there. Full stop. You know, it can be challenged within his family, but I can now come without military power to go and challenge the Zulu king. What nonsense is that? It's not going to happen. So that's why we say in politics, we never win as Africans. We never win. It's not our system. They will always win. Now they've infiltrated, actually infiltrating the EFF is a big word. I think the young man was just immature in his expression of the disappointment of the CIC retweeting those tweets. I think that is what is happening. And in conclusion, I would say, this is why we African people always fail. We don't want to run the rules. We treat people differently according to the rules. Other people that we don't like that differ with us, we can expel them. The people who are posting the person that we want, we are okay with them. You understand? There's never unity amongst us. It's what is killing us. That is why the EFF will not join the MK. It's because of this thing. To contest power. In the MK, you don't contest power, you get appointed. So they don't want it. The leadership, some of the leadership of the MK, they don't want it. People are even saying, will Julius return to the ANC if Panyazaka is back? No, they want power. Politics is about power. They want power, these people. Yes, eventually they want to liberate the people. They want to whatever, but first power. I'm disappointed, guys. I'm disappointed in us Africans with this, because the EFF members that say good riddance, let this boy go, don't understand politics. This is going to damage the EFF in the long run. If Godrich emerges to become deputy president after this saga, if Godrich emerges to become deputy president, imagine how other people are going to feel. And me and you can agree that I'm sure on the ground, vote for vote, Godrich will not get more votes than Ndlozi. But like I said, if Mbuyisani Ndlozi still wants to stay in the EFF, still wants to continue with his political life in the EFF, decline that nomination for deputy president. It's not for you, Mbuyisani Ndlozi. You're probably gonna win, but I'm saying it's not for you. Don't do it. Don't do it. We value too much in South Africa. We love you. It would be political suicide if you want to, because Julius does not want you. It's that simple. It's that simple. And if we can accept that Ndlozi does not want certain people, why can't we come to the EFF and accept that Julius does not want certain people? Do you guys understand what I'm trying to say? Unfortunately, that is how it is. It looks like a central democratic whatever nonsense, but it's not. It's a dictatorship world here in politics. It's not an African system. It's not an African system. The EFF, I wish them the best. I wish them the best with this coming National People's Assembly. Keep Ndlozi out of the top 6 will be a big mistake. And by the look of things, that's where it's going. Hey, Julius, if you're watching my videos, Budom Dala, don't keep Ndlozi. Give Ndlozi spokesperson, national chair, whatever. Give Ndlozi something. Let Ndlozi be in the top 6 of the EFF. Many branches are not going to be happy with that, and you're going to lose more people. With Ndlozi, you're going to lose more people than you did with Floyd. That's what I think. There's just people, a lot of youth in Gauteng specifically, that just follow Ndlozi for the personality he is. So you don't want to lose a person like that. I don't know. Let's just wait and see, guys. That's why politics will always disappoint us. We must come together as society and build our own institutions and build our schools, build our gated communities, build our clinics, build our baseta, build what we need to do, because we cannot rely on politicians fully. They have limited powers as long as they don't have that 2/3 majority. They have limited powers. So we are asking you guys, we say we need 10,000 people to donate 50 Rand each every month for the Pan-Africanist School of Economics, Technology and Agriculture. We want to build our own black independent school that has an Africanized curriculum. That's what we want to do. In fact, it's not what we want to do. That's what we are doing. We're asking you to join so that we can make this dream a reality. Your contribution would mean a lot to us, you know. It's such a shame, man. It's such a shame. That's why I don't like these political umbrellas, because in this case, what is happening, I would have said the leadership of the EFF could have dealt with this young man differently. Call him for a DC. Don't expel him immediately. Call him for a DC, go through the process. I would have said that maybe I was going to be expelled also for saying the leadership is not doing the right thing, questioning the party, bringing the party into disrespect, you know, things like that. I don't know, guys. Let's just donate to Paseta. Let's build Paseta. Let's make sure that Paseta is a success. And always in your mind, keep this thing of March 2025, the main fundraising event that will be happening here in Kimberley, 30 kilometers out of Kimberley. It will be happening here. Please come, guys. Please come. We're bringing celebrities. We're bringing all the music that you want. We're bringing the gala dinners. We're bringing everything so that we can have a proper start. When we start with the foundation of the school, that we start and build. We don't start and stop and, you know, doing kancane kancane, even though kancane kancane is what I'm willing to do here. Because I don't want to outsource funding outside the African people. The funding of this school will come from you guys or nobody else. It will be built by the community, full stop. Until we meet again, don't forget to pray. After you pray, stand up, African child. Do your best so that God can do the rest. Peace in Pan-Africanism. I salute you.